so long to me since you've been gone. Turn the jukebox up louder, they're playing our song. Turn the jukebox up louder, they're playing our song.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to this evening's performers and your fellow audience members, please take a moment to turn off all cell phones and pagers. As a reminder, flash photography and the recording of any kind is strictly prohibited. Also, please take note of the emergency exits. Thank you, and enjoy the performance.
Thank you very much. Ready? Thank you very much. Well, we're all so glad to be here. I am, and my friends all are. This is my good friend Beth Hartness on the guitar. She's come up from North Carolina to play some tunes with me.
Thank you.
Really glad to have her here. And we're going to be entertaining you the very best that we can with some old-time banjo music from Southern Appalachia and elsewhere. How many banjo players in the crowd? Any? Okay, a few.
Whoa.
How many people even like the banjo?
Woo!
Okay, that's better. That's better, but it's my goal that by the end of the show, everybody will be in a position to raise hands to that question, all right? So you'll learn to like the banjo even if you don't already. We're going to play a medley of E minor fiddle tunes on the banjo. The first comes from Western North Carolina historic fiddler Marcus Martin. It's a tune he called Cousin Sally Brown. And the next one comes from Eastern Kentucky. It's a commonly played tune there called Glory in the Meeting House. welcome to the stage another one of my favorite musicians and people, Kathy Fink. Kathy produced my most recent CD along with Marcy Markser, who will be coming out here shortly, and did a wonderful job of it. That CD is available for sale here after the show. I have a new CD that's going to be out in just a couple of weeks. Didn't quite make it in time for this appearance. The last medley of tunes is on the new CD. This next very special number with Bouzouki is on the previous CD called Insight. This is a West Virginia tune called Camp Chase, and various versions of the tune are played by a lot of traditional musicians in West Virginia and have been for a long time. It has an interesting story associated with it, though. Evidently, during the Civil War, there was a prison camp at Columbus, Ohio, called Camp Chase, and a West Virginia fiddler who happened to be a soldier as well was taken prisoner there and held at Camp Chase. The powers that be at Camp Chase elected to hold a fiddle contest for fun, and the winner of that contest would earn freedom. Evidently, there were lots of fiddlers imprisoned at Camp Chase, go figure. So, this one fiddler in particular hauled out a tune, the likes of which no one had ever heard before, and he won the contest hands down. And supposedly he composed the tune right on the spot, and it's been known as Camp Chase ever since. I could be playing this on the fiddle, might be more appropriate, but I always tell people if I were playing to win my freedom, I'd be playing the banjo and not the fiddle.
And Adam has won just about every contest he's entered, hands down. For his freedom.
Thank you for that, Kathy. I feel really free right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play a number by myself here that comes from my very favorite historical player of this music, a fiddler named Ed Haley. He was born in West Virginia in the 1880s, but lived most of his life in Ashland, Kentucky. He was never recorded commercially, but some pretty amazing home recordings of him from the 40s or 50s, I think, survive. And even though he didn't play the banjo at all, I've been able to draw a ton of inspiration from his style and his repertoire. This is a tune that others played up and down the Ohio River near where Ed Haley lived, but his version was widely considered the best. This was his special tune, and it's one he called Blackberry Blossom. Thank you. So, I need to let out a little secret here. Even though what I play is old-time music by many people's standards, I really love bluegrass. Different. This kind of became bluegrass, but they're very different musics. And even though I don't play bluegrass per se, I like to play at it. I played the bluegrass mandolin before I ever discovered the clawhammer banjo. Don't play it anymore. Too hard, too fast, too much work. But I've really enjoyed getting what I can out of good bluegrass, old bluegrass. And the very best of it, I think, is from the father of bluegrass music himself, the late, great Bill Monroe of Kentucky. I think he had a very old-time musical sensibility. And again, even though he didn't play the clawhammer banjo, I've been able to take a lot of cues from his music and adapt it to this instrument and style in any way that I can. So, Kathy and I are going to play one of his original tunes, which again can be found on my CD called Old Dangerfield. Can I hear your chord? The stereotype about banjos is they never stop tuning, banjos and banjo players, and that's partially true, but you know how you're supposed to tune a banjo? This is a joke. You tune this string up and up and up until it breaks, and then you tune the others to match. Go for it. Thank you. Please welcome Beth Harkness back, and now Marcy Markser carrying her mandolin. Yeah. Now, I've been working on the fiddle sort of secretly, for a few years. It comes out in public every now and then, but it is a lot of fun. How many fiddlers in the audience? Any? How about that? More banjo players than fiddlers. That's unusual. They don't want to be in jail, Kathy says. Okay. Well, I live in North Carolina. I'm not from there. I moved there from Minnesota to get at the music that is so alive and well down there. So we thought we'd play you a North Carolina tune from around where I live, not far. This is a Surrey County, North Carolina tune from fiddler Robert Sykes. It's the way that he did Black-Eyed Susie. Fiddlers have to tune as well. I think we're good.
I have one. I have
late.
more than one. Saved.
Well, Kathy Fink has long been one of my favorite clawhammer banjo players ever, but I didn't really know until we started working on my previous CD in 2005 that she's also an unbelievable guitar player. So I couldn't wait to ask her to accompany me on what might be my favorite tune. It's another West Virginia tune called Big Coyote, and I find it uncommonly beautiful, really. Say a word about Saturday?
Sure. Adam is in town partly because he's one of the best banjo players around and partly because he is participating in the 3rd annual Old Time Banjo Festival happening this weekend. And it starts on, well, actually, officially it starts right here, right now with Adam's own concert. And then on Saturday, Adam will be judging a banjo contest at the gazebo in Tacoma Park, and there's still room for people to enter, so some of you hot banjo players out there, come on over to Tacoma Park by 11 o'clock. Enter the banjo contest. The winner will get a gold-toned tubaphone banjo and a slot to perform at our Saturday night concert at the Birchmere. And at the Birchmere on Saturday night, Adam will be playing a set from 6:30 to 7:15 with a motley band of various different people. as well as that evening we have Mike Seeger, Bruce Molsky, Marcy Markser, and myself, the old 78s, and Clark Bueling, and all kinds of styles of banjo. So that is Saturday night. And Sunday we're giving some workshops at the House of Musical Traditions. All can be found at oldtimebanjo.com. No, oldtimebanjofestival.com. But also, after the show, I'll be selling Adam's CDs, and you can come just talk to me and get more information.
It'll be a blast. Don't miss it. All right, so here it is, Big Coyote. Thank you. All right, Beth and I are going to share with you another tune from fiddlin' Ed Haley, my very favorite. Along with composing his own tunes, I mean, we think he did. No one is around who can tell us otherwise. He really managed to put a unique spin on everything he played, even commonly played tunes, more so than any other historical fiddler that I know of. So the tune that we're going to do is a very common tune. It's one called Forked Deer. Banjo players in the crowd probably play a version of this. But Ed Haley took a fairly straightforward two-part tune, added 3 more parts and a whole lot more notes, and turned it into something really special, I think. Did you hear about the little boy who went to his father saying, "Daddy, Daddy, I know what I want to do when I grow up. I want to grow up to be a banjo player." And the daddy says, "Son, I'm sorry, you can't have it both ways. Can't grow up and be a banjo player." So let's hear it for not growing up. Okay. Too much equipment, too much technology, but we have to have it. Thank you. I have an interesting instrument here with me. Actually, there are a few interesting ones on stage. This is a gourd banjo. It's a 5-string banjo, just like these others, but with a body made from a gourd. The ancestors of the modern 5-string banjo came over from Africa long ago, and there are still banjo-like instruments being played in Africa with bodies from gourds or other such things. This banjo was made by my friend David Hyatt, who builds a fantastic gourd banjo in Arkansas, and I'm really privileged to get to use this one here. While this isn't really a historical reproduction of any old gourd banjo, David and the other people building great gourd banjos today have done a lot of research into what's historically plausible, if not totally accurate. Has a very different voice for a banjo. I'm going to play a medley of two Kentucky fiddle tunes, John Riley the Shepherd from Fiddler Art Stamper, and then the more commonly played Brushy Fork of John's Creek. Thank you. Isn't that a cool sound? All right, we're finally joined by Ms. Markser on the mandolin. She was playing cello banjo earlier and took me by surprise. Rehearsal was a long time ago. We're going to play another Ed Haley tune, and the mandolin is really appropriate for this tune because Ed Haley's wife played a whole lot of mandolin behind him on those home recordings and gave everything a really cool sound by doing so. This is a tune that he called Cabin Creek, and it's kind of his version of the old-time standard Barlow knife. Keeping up with the technology. My apologies. Technology apology. I kind of like that. All right. Everybody ready? Thank you. We're going to do a little modification of the set for time, I think, and call Kathy Fink back to the stage. Kathy's graciously let me play one of her banjos to minimize that tuning that we were talking about earlier.
Isn't this the best banjo concert you've been to today? Actually, to me, it's a real honor to play with Adam, who I probably met about 6 years ago, but even as a 19-year-old, he was already an astoundingly great banjo player. And listening to him tonight and hearing all of his new variations and additions to his technique, I'm just back there going, wow.
Thank you. That's very kind. Means a lot coming from you. We're going to play one version of the many versions of the tune Cumberland Gap. This is a tune that just about every fiddler or banjo player in southern Appalachia played, and just about all of them played it differently from one another, more so than any other common tune I've encountered. This is sort of the version played by the late great fiddler from Surrey County, North Carolina, Tommy Jarrell, but with a more recently composed third part stuck on the end. I've collected a bunch of versions of this tune. They're all so good, and they're all so different. I've put one on both CDs I've done so far. I've got another one on the new CD. I've got 2 or 3 more waiting in the wings for future projects. And when I run out of Cumberland Gaps to put on CDs, maybe I'll become a tax collector or something like that. Change occupations.
Or you could go to jail.
Or I could go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
By then, they're going to have an accordion competition to get out of jail.
All right. I believe we have time for one more, so let's welcome the whole band back on stage. It's been just a privilege to be here. This is such a great concert series and a fantastic venue. Thanks so much to the Kennedy Center and the powers that be there for having me here and having my wonderful musical friends. We really enjoyed it. I have a website under my own name, adamhurt.com, ADAMHURT. Please check it out, especially if you're interested in news on the new CD, which will be here in just a matter of days, really.
And Adam will be signing his CDs back there shortly after the concert, and we'd be happy to meet and greet and tell you more about the Old Time Banjo Festival. And you can also sign Adam's email list so you don't miss his next CD.
Absolutely. We're going to play a version of New River Train that I actually got from Kathy herself, among a few other people. It's a great two-part version from Wade Ward, fantastic, historic, old-time musician from Southwest Virginia. We hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you.
Adam Hurt.
Thanks so much, Beth Harkness, Kathy Fink, Marcy Markser. Thank you all for coming.